Hello everyone. In previous lecture of computer network, we have understand transport layer services by TCP and UDP and TCP three-way handshaking. So in this lecture, we will discuss about first internet applications. In this, there are different applications that are work on the underlying protocols by application layer and transport layer. Then next, what is the web? And in the last, application layer protocol, HTTP protocol. So starting with internet applications. So popularly internet applications with their application layer and their underlying transport layer protocol. So here we can see that different applications are there and working with protocol like application layer protocol and transport layer protocol are here listed out. So email application work on the application layer protocol SMTP, while underlying transport layer protocol services use TCP. Then next application is remote terminal access that use the Telenet Internet Application Protocol and transport protocol that are use TCP. While next application is web. So web, it is use application layer protocol like HTTP and working at the transport layer protocol like TCP. Then next application is file transfer. So file transfer work on the FTP protocol at the application layer, while at the transport layer it will work at the TCP protocol. Then streaming media like YouTube and so on, it work on at the HTTP protocol and RTP protocol, while using at the transport layer services it is use TCP or UDP as per on the demand. Then next application is internet telephony. So it work on the SIP and RTP at the application layer, while using at the transport layer services it typically use the UDP protocol. So now next topic is application layer protocol. So an application layer protocol defines how an application process running on the different end system and it pass the message to each other. So the type of messages exchange, for example, request messages and response messages. So the syntax of various messages types such as the field in the message and how the fields are described. Then the semantics of the field, that is the meaning of the information of the field, and the rules for determining when and how process send message and respond to the messages. Now next is web. So let's discuss with the web. Before 1990s, internet was used only by the researchers or academics and the university students to log in the remote host, use the transfer files from host to the remote host, or receive a file from the remote host to, or even they can send and receive email. Also, they can send and receive news, but it is used in internally, like in research development center or any at the university. So it is not knowing by outside of the world. So after 1994, the new application will be discovered by the Tim Berners-Lee. So it is the WWW, the World Wide Web. So the World Wide Web actually definition is, it is information where a document and other web resources are identified by the URL. Here URL means Uniform Resource Locator. Means whenever you want to enter www.google.com in the address bar of browser, so it is URL Information Resource Locator. It is interlinked by the hypertext link and can be accessed via the internet. So afterwards, the www World Wide Web is going to the very famous because of on demand. So the user what they want and user need anything they want and any of the time. So they can get on demand basic. So previously they are used in the television and radio, which is broadcast and turn the particular of the time of the period. So when the TV and radio deliver the content of the show after coming the internet, it is on demand availability. So here user can access the lots of websites, any of the contents like graphics, multimedia images and email and news, etc. So it is available on the internet on demand. So we can navigate this type of content through the website. So first, what is the website? So website is the collection of web pages and web pages. So web pages is a consist of the object. So what are the objects? So here object is simply such a file like HTML file, JPG image or video clip. So that is addressed by the single URL. So these are the objects that are together make a page name like a web page. So the web page consists of basic HTML file and server reference object. For example, if web page contains the HTML text and 5 type of JPG image, so then the web page has the 6 object. So the base HTML file and plus the 5 images. So here each object is addressed by the URL, Uniform Resource Locator, and contain two type. First is the host name and second is the path name. So let's take an example. Here it is a URL of Uniform Resource Locator. Then each URL has a two components. So firstly is the host name of the server and that the house the object is the object path. So here we can see that for example, http://www.someschool.edu/some department/picture.gif. So here has a www.someschool.edu for it is a host name and some department and picture GIF is the path name. So here, web browsers such as an Internet Explorer and Firefox implemented by the client of the HTTP. And web server implements the server-side HTTP house and web objects. And each address is by URL. So now let's take an in detail about HTTP protocol. So first, HTTP is an application layer protocol and it stands for the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is implemented in two programs. First program is the client program and second is the server program. So let's one time recall that client server architecture or model. So how client server model work? In previous lecture, we have discussed client server model. Client send a request to the server to a particular object and server then process it and then reply in response. So that object to the client and so here the host or web browser is the client and web address. So the host client send a page request to the particular objects and server received it and further it process it. And after that it replied that page and returned to the host or we can say that web browser or client. So it is known as the exchanging HTTP message to each other. Now HTTP protocol define the structure of this HTTP message and also define how the web client and web server exchange this message. So this page request is known as the HTTP request and this page return the response from the server. So it is known as the HTTP response. And from the server side to client side. So now let's see in detail HTTP. So let's take an example. If a client or web browser like Firefox browser that request to the web server using the HTTP protocol. So here what the server does, so server sends a reply and receive that reply by the client. So either we can take PC or browser, Firefox browser, or another option we can take iPhone or any mobile phone and the browser like Safari browser. So instead of Firefox browser, server side the server is the web server example. And Apache web server which received a request from the client and process it and required object response to the client. So that a required object is response to the particular request of the client. So let's see here in this diagram. Here client send HTTP request to the server and now server what do? The server process it and reply that object of request to as the in term of the HTTP response to the client machine. So similarly over here send HTTP request from the client to server and server process it and reply the object in the form of the HTTP response to the client. So now this request and response, we can this connection known as the TCP connection. So we can say that the client initiate the TCP connection to the server using the port 80. Here the web HTTP protocol standard port is used 80. So let's recall first process and socket concept. After this, understand this. So a process send a message, or we can say that client process send a message from the socket of the client socket through carrier facility or transportation facility to the server process, and server process received that message from the server socket. So server accept that TCP connection from the client side, and now this message we can say HTTP message application layer protocol message extend the between the browser, or we can say that HTTP client to the HTTP server. So in HTTP, it is the stateless protocol because the using of HTTP server does not maintain any information about the past client request. To understand this, we can take one example. If I am requiring to particular web page to server and server reply that web page to the client. So after some time, I need again same web page. So again request to the server, and server does not know it is already sent. But here server again resend it, the same web page to the client. So server does not maintain any information about the client. So the client send HTTP request message into the socket interface and receive HTTP response message from its socket interface. Similarly, the HTTP server receive the request in the form of the socket interface and send response message into the socket interface. So once the client sends a message into a socket interface, then the message out of the client hands in the hands of the TCP. And HTTP has a two connection type. First, HTTP with persistent connection, and secondly, HTTP with the not persistent connection. We will in the next lecture detailed study about the HTTP with the persistent connection and HTTP with the not persistent connection. Okay.